All right. Hello, hello, and welcome. How you doing, class?
Good.
Mari, how are you?
Good,
Exia, Zoe.
good.
Hi.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the Mark Douglas, uh, the trading insights from understanding the psychology of trading. And I sent you guys some materials. I hope you guys looked at it from Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone. Now, as you all know, since we have some type of relation, um, I was a trader at one point in time. I was a full time trader. And I know that you all said that you wanted to learn about the financial markets. So, what I wanted to do was help you to understand the points and develop a probabilistic mindset because probabilities is what the market deals in. Um, Now, some people say that the markets are random. Sometimes it is. However, it's based on money. So, whatever people are investing in, if people are investing in the economy or the S&P 500, then it goes down. If people are taking their money out of the economy or the S&P 500, well, it goes up. Well, it goes up if they're investing. It goes down if they're not investing. So when the economy is doing bad, it tends to trickle down. But when the economy is doing better, the S&P 500 tends to trickle up. Does anybody know what the S&P 500 is?
No.
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 The S&P 500 is 500, roughly 500 stocks that typically oversees the market or flows with the market. So just that common term. I don't really want to dive into that yet. You're going to get deeper into the understanding of what trading is from a sorry, my light is twitching. From an aspect of trading. That looks very weird. Um, so the concepts that I'm looking at, and I can pull that up now. But I wanted to talk about particular concepts. Jesus, some stuff is coming. Um, Matter of fact, let me just put this over here and share this window. Mm, um, Window. Here it goes. Okay, can you see that?
Yes, we could.
You can barely see it, right?
Yeah, I could barely see it. Oh, you can click on it. Click on it, and you'll be able to see it.
Here, let me see if I can zoom it in. Um,
If you click on it, you can see it way better.
Here I can zoom it in over here. Okay, the importance of psychology in trading emphasizes the roles of traders, psychology, and the state of mind in a successful trading. Discusses challenges traders face, including various fears, fear of being wrong, or fear of losing money. Now, there's a difference between trading and investing. Investing deals with, so when I was investing, I still invest now. But investing deals in you're taking money to say that an asset will appreciate in nature. So say for instance, Zaya, you have a nail business. If you buy monomer and monomer goes up in value, if you buy a lot of monomer, say gallons of monomer, and it goes up in value, you successfully invested in monomer. Or Zoe, if you buy gaming equipment, say for instance you bought a what's something that you want for gaming right now?
A mouse.
You said what?
Well, not a mouse. Headphones.
A mouse? Okay, you froze. Mari, what do you want right now?
10K.
So you want 10 bands.
Mm.
That's investing also. You can actually invest in currency. So if you want $10,000, say you're investing in the US dollar and it goes up in value in relation to the euro, then you successfully invested against the euro to claim money. And once that goes up in value, the money that you acquire goes up in value. That's all investing is. Now, trading is different. Trading is looking for a probabilistic outcome to making multiple trades at any given time. So, if I wake up tomorrow at 9:30 because the market opens at 9:30 and I start trading on at 9:30 on the dot, and I say that the market is going to go up, so I go long, which means I buy the stock hoping that it will go up. And then I sell at the top. I've made money based on the leverage that I use. Now we'll talk about that eventually. But that's what trading is. Trading is doing multiple trades, or you can do swing trading, which is multiple trades throughout the week, or you can do day trading, which is multiple trades throughout the day. Now we'll talk about that in detail later. However, there's two physical properties or physical elements that deviate your trading success. And what are those two things? It says it right here. I just need somebody to say it.
Can you highlight it?
It says fear of being wrong, fear of losing money, but there's another side of that. So there's fear of being wrong, fear of losing money. What's the other side of that?
Uh, Other side.
Anybody know the other side of fear?
Um,
Come on, Zaya. I know you know.
the other side of fear.
What's the other side of fear? When it comes to money,
Uh, Greedy.
there you go, boy. You smart. I knew you were smart, boy. I knew you were smart, boy. Found it, boy. Greed. Greed is the other part. So there's fear and there's greed. Sometimes people get greedy and they lose out because they're so greedy and they're thinking that they're knowing that something is going to go up when it's going against them. So that's when you're looking at the psychology of things, people lose because they have fear, or people lose because they get greedy.
Mm.
Now, the concept of probabilities introduces the concept of trading as a game of probabilities rather than certainties. Anybody knows what probabilities are?
Wait, can you say it again?
Does anybody know what probabilities are? Come on, Zaya. I need
Probably.
you to come back on.
Um, Something that might happen.
Something that might happen. Exactly. I need y'all, the ladies to get into this conversation. I can't hear you, Zoe.
Huh?
So So it's something that might happen.
Yeah.
Okay. And he argues that each trade may be a guess, making trading a form of gambling. It might be a form of gambling if you don't know, if you don't have an edge. So I would suggest that, well, I'm going to help you define your edge in this course. The role of analysis in trading discusses the limitations of analysis in predicting trading outcomes. So we have to do our analysis and come up with our edge in order to predict those outcomes. And those outcomes have to be devoid of fear and of greed. This also highlights the unpredictability of trading and the need to manage those risks. So we'll talk about that also. What is something that's risky on your day-to-day basis that you do on a day-to-day basis? What's
Something that's
something that
something that's risky.
Gambling?
you said what? What'd you say, Zoe?
Gambling?
What do you do gambling on a day-to-day basis?
Not really, but you can gamble your life, though.
Girl, you ain't getting them racks like that. Okay, what do you do on a day-to-day basis, Mari? That's risky. Or what do you participate on a day-to-day basis that's risky?
um um Playing around with my mom.
That's a risky thing. But how do you do it? See, there's a way that you do it that doesn't get you in trouble.
I the way um I I smile and laugh at the same time just so she know I'm playing around.
Exactly. So there's a strategy behind you doing that certain thing. It's the same thing in investing. There's the same type of strategy. And you can do it every single day. You just have to be attuned to it. See, a lot of people like us, we aren't attuned to that type of investing style. What do you do, Zaya, on a day-to-day basis? Or what do you participate in that's very risky?
Living? I think. I don't know. I don't really be doing nothing too crazy.
Okay. Well, one thing that could one thing that could happen is your how do we say this? Maybe we went to the grocery store earlier. That's a risky activity. Driving is a risky activity, you know, but there's a strategy behind driving, and understanding those strategies is how we come to the level of understand of doing anything. So the first thing that we have to do is understand why we do those certain things and develop a spirit of uncompromising resoluteness or restraint. So developing those strategies is a cornerstone also.
Mm.
So the first thing that I want you to do is, I'll take this off. Wait a minute. Let me stop sharing this. Go back to sharing the spy. Okay, the first thing that I want you to do is I want to start to develop you guys in understanding the ways that you carry yourself. Now, as a spiritual being, we have certain ways that we're supposed to go forward and understand the different things that we have to deal with in managing money. So understanding just the level of detail that you have to put towards life and setting your goals and setting the standards of which you will want to see yourself in 5 to 10 years. You know, I think we all have teenagers here, so 5 years is going to be a totally different life for you. 10 years is going to be way different. Some of you will probably have families. Some of you will probably be looking to buy your first house. Some of you probably would be looking to to finance a car or anything of that sort. So you have to understand that the 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 place that the United States is right now, we're in a level of or we're in a culture right now of not knowing where we're going to go to or not knowing what we're going to see. And in 10 years, our currency may not be the currency that we're looking at. So you have to be ever vigilant in investing and growing. And these are very um, boring concepts of what I'm telling you about, but it should be understood from a more introspective, relationship with yourself and just with your money that you hope to acquire. Because this can take your life from, very low to extremely high.
0 to 100.
You said what?
I said 0 to 100.
0 to 100. Yeah, exactly. So you can go from 0 to 100, 0 to 1,000, 0 to 1 million, 0 to 1 billion. But you have to start to invest yourself in everything that you do right now. So if you're looking at social media, how can you be looking at, things that make you better? If you're spending money, how can you start to spend your money on things that you can invest in? So if you're doing a nail business or you want to do gaming, how can you start to invest in getting to the money? Getting crossing out the 80 and getting to the 20%.
So is the question
That's what.
Hmm.
is the
Go ahead.
basically saying how could we learn to invest on our own?
The 80 is um, all the BS that's out there. The 80-20 rule is, I think it's called the Pareto principle, if I'm not mistaken. But it's called the 80-20 rule because 80% of the wealth will be created by 20% of the people out there. 80% of the work is all bullshit work, but the 20%, but the 20% of the work is the real work that matters, that gets done, and the work that elevates your standing in life and elevates your money. So in order to cross out the 80% and get to the 20%, you have to um, grow your best or do your best, and focusing on the things that you have to get to, or focusing on the things that you have to conquer in order to get 20% or be in the top 20%. I think I kind of brag to my kids all the time that my earnings, I'm in the top 20%. I'm a top 20% earner, but it didn't come by way of my own doing. It came by the way of my father, my mother. It came by the way of people telling me the right things. It came by the way of me focusing intently on the things that I had to, or the places that I had to go in. And I know that's a hard bit to swallow, but you can't really just sit around and say that life is going to be good because I've been afforded this life in America and things are always going to come easy because things come easy now, because they're not always going to be easy. So you have to be intentional about getting that 20% every single day. And that 20% comes by way of understanding yourself, understanding your weaknesses, understanding the psychology of yourself, because once you conquer yourself, that's your biggest joker. You know, y'all play games a lot. So that's the boss. That's the big boss at the end. The big boss isn't nobody else out there. It ain't your ops. It's you. Y'all understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the ops ain't outside. It's staring. When you look in the mirror, the ops are staring you right in the face. So I want you guys to understand that I know I was all over the place tonight, but this is our first little session, and I'm gonna try to do multiple of these a week. However, the stuff that I've given you already, I want you guys to go look back at it to help you understand the psychology of yourself. And I'm gonna send you all my book also. I'm gonna probably send. I don't know if I'm gonna send you a digital copy of it because that's liquid gold, boy. You don't want you to give that. I want you to give that liquid gold out buying. That's that liquid gold buying. Okay. Um. Tell me something about yourself that you want to see change within the new year. I know we're new into the year. Do you want a big bank account? You said, I know, Mari, you said you want $10,000 by the end of this year. So if that's a goal of yours,
Yep.
how do you expect that you're gonna get there?
Just stand on the
You said
trading.
what?
Staying focused on the trading. Staying on top of it.
Okay. Okay. That's an easy feat for you. I know you can. I know you can do it. What do you want, Zoe? What do you want to see by December the 31st? What do you want to see different within yourself?
All good grades.
Good grades. You don't want no money.
I do. But I want
Well,
good grades.
you want good grades. Okay. Zaya, what do you want to see for yourself by December the 31st, 2024?
I want money. I want to have at least
Put a stamp on it. How much money you want?
probably 10,000 just to have some cushion for something.
12 hours.
10,000. Wow.
12
Okay.
hours.
You said you want 12,000. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you something that I want. I want a deeper walk in understanding of myself, a deeper level, a deeper level of a relationship with God, a deeper faith, because the faith is gonna move mountains. And really, when them mountains move, boy, I'm telling you, that I ain't gonna have to worry about no 10,000. It's gonna be the whole mountain gonna move. I'm gonna pick the mountain up. Matter of fact, I'm trying to turn the earth with God. Like this year, trying to turn the earth with God. So I'm believing in God for more this year. Um, and I'm believing that He's gonna set the standard. He's gonna raise the standard up against the enemy right now today. So I'm just thankful, and I'm thankful and I'm glad. But that's one of my goals. My final thoughts on the psychology portion for today is just that you have to start to understand the different levels of a spirituality and how that affects who you're going to become. I always tell my kids that being 14, 15 is like looking at a 20-inch TV that's on the wall that's all the way on the other side of the house. You can't really see life like I can see life because I've already lived it. And hindsight is 2020. And relatively, you guys' life relative to mine's is totally different. I think 10% of your life right now, Mari, is a year and a half. 10% of my life is roughly almost 4 years. You know, so relatively, it's not. It's hard to equate that. It's hard to equate me. Boy, stop laughing. All that damn laughing and drinking. It's hard to equate me and you, but I want you guys to start to understand your spirit in relation to the money that you're trying to acquire, the person that you're trying to become, and your mind to the person that you're trying to become. Because once you do that, you'll begin to understand that life is to be taken and not given. And once you realize that life is to be taken, you start to put your bootstrap, you pull your boots up and say that I'm going to get to it. So understand that. Don't be fearful. Don't be greedy, but be confident. That's the thing. Don't be fearful. Don't be greedy, but be confident. Y'all say that with me. Don't be don't be fearful.
Don't be
Don't
fearful.
be fearful.
Don't be greedy,
Don't be
Don't
greedy.
be greedy.
but be confident.
Be confident.
Be confident.
I got that. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that's all I have for today. I thank you for staying online with me. And I mean, it was a great one. We'll probably circle back up on Wednesday, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all have a good. If all y'all who going to school tomorrow, y'all have a good day at school tomorrow. Don't be fearful. Don't be greedy. Be confident. All right.
Okay.
See you later.
All right.